Okay, this is a video for John on how to start a Scout. John, this car has not started for at least a couple of weeks. And so there is a little bit of a process involved in starting these because, one, it's a carburetor. And these carburetors, this has got it's got a new carburetor on, a Weber actually. But what happens is if they sat for a long time, then the fuel runs out of the fuel bowl and it runs, drains out of the lines and stuff. And so they can be a little cantankerous to start sometimes, especially if it's cool. Now, it's actually warm today. It's it's a little after noon, about noon o'clock actually, and it's about 70 degrees. So that's a perfect time. That's great weather, but I mean that's warm for around here, so it's nice around here. So I'm focusing on the pedal simply because I want to focus on this. I want to focus on it because it's the pedal the gas pedal that really kind of makes this thing go and starting it. So what you want to do is you want to turn the key on and let it run for, especially if it hasn't run for a long time, let it run at least, I don't know, 30 seconds or something. And I'm going to kind of not let it run quite that long because I always want to see if I can get it to go. But you want to pump the throttle when you're starting it and get gas in it. You want to be careful not to pump it too much because you can flood the carburetor real easy. So we've let it run for about 15 seconds or so, and let's see if we can get it to start here. Oh, it started right up. Okay, that's great. So that started right up. It's probably because it's warm, the temperature's warm, and the gas may not have run out as much, but you can see we got it going. And then there's our instruments, and you can see where the oil pressure is, and so that's, and I would typically, if I was going to run it now, I would let it warm up for about, a minute or so, a minute and a half, and then I'd feel comfortable about driving it. So that's the cold start, and they turn this off. Now, if it was colder out, if it was 60 degrees instead of 70, I would have to pump it more. And it would take more cranks of the starting, the ignition, to get it to go. So, when it's cooler, it's more reluctant to start. This does not have a choke on it. I took it off purposely simply because I just drive this thing in summer. If you wanted to drive it and, when it was colder or something like that, you'd want to put a choke back on it. But that's how I've got it set up now.